So after getting familiar with glucokinase and hexokinase, so we describe it like this. So whenever the body is in fed state, what does it mean? That we have a lot of glucose, we have increased level of glucose, and this increased level of glucose, it can lead to glycolysis and stimulate insulin secretion. The presence of insulin, it can inhibit, there is no increased level of CAMP, and there is no phosphorylation of protein kinase A. And under these conditions, there is an enzyme which get activated, which is known as phosphofructokinase 2. So glucose, we just add a phosphate by an enzyme known as kinase. So glucokinase, with abundance of glucose, glucokinase, they make glucose into glucose 6 phosphate. This convert into fructose 6 phosphate, and this is a substrate which get activated. So what happens normally, physiologically, what happens, fructose 6 phosphate is converted into phosphofructokinase 1, which is a rate limiting enzyme, and it is stimulated and inhibited by two different so fructose 6 phosphate is readily converted by phosphofructokinase. What does the name indicate? That we add a phosphate in glucose to make it 6 phosphate. Now we need another phosphate, so we need a kinase enzyme, K4 kinase, and this name represents that we are kinasing a substrate known as phosphofructokinase. Phosphofructo, it means that the substrate is already phosphorylate. So we activate this phosphofructokinase and make fructose 1,6 bisphosphate, which converts into phosphoenol pyruvate. Now we need another kinase to make pyruvate. So the end product of glycolysis in fed state is pyruvate. So in this last pathway, we generate a number of ATP. This ATP goes into the pancreatic cell, beta cell, and open the potassium channel to increase the level of insulin. This glycolysis mediated insulin secretion is it inhibit, or it doesn't affect the CAMP level, which does not phosphorylate PKA2, which can activate a bifunctional enzyme which can become a phosphofructokinase 2, or whenever there is a fast state, when there is no insulin, there is increased glucagon, there is increased CAMP, increased phosphorylation of protein kinase A, then this enzyme become a fructobisphosphotase enzyme, which cleaves this phosphate to make fructose 6 phosphate, glucose 6 phosphate, and glucose. So the fasting enzyme is working in the reverse direction, whereas the fed state enzyme work in the downward direction. So the activity of phosphofructokinase 2, it converts some of the fructose 6 phosphate to make fructose 2,6 bisphosphate. There is just a position difference of phosphate group. Phospho PFK2, it add phosphate at second position, whereas PFK1, which is a rate limiting enzyme, it add phosphate group at the one position. So just there is a positional difference, and because of this positional difference, this product of PFK2, it actually activate this enzyme to make more fructose 1,6 bisphosphate and more pyruvate, and to stimulate glycolysis as happen in fed state. Whereas when the pyruvate it when the pyruvate is made, then it either undergo it has four options. It either undergo into the anaerobic respiration to make lactate, it either undergo into the Cahel cycle to make alanine, and it either undergo to the TCA cycle, or it either undergo into the acetyl CoA TCA cycle and pyruvate dehydrogenation. So it has different choices. Once into the TCA cycle, it entered in TCA cycle, pyruvate is readily converted into acetyl CoA to react with oxaloacetate to make citrate. That citrate signal this pyruvate kinase and make it inhibited. So citrate in the fed cycle, it stimulate from the TCA cycle, it inhibit pyruvate phosphofructokinase 1 to stop glycolysis, because the body has already metabolized the glucose. Similarly, when the pyruvate get enter into the liver, from muscle to liver, pyruvate converted into alanine. This alanine inhibited pyruvate kinase enzyme to stop making pyruvate further. And this pyruvate kinase is also inhibited by glucagon, because whenever we need glucose, we doesn't need pyruvate, so we just inhibit pyruvate kinase to stop making pyruvate. Rather, the glucagon, it work in the opposite direction to make glucose. So what if a person is suffering from an autosomal recessive condition? What if a newbie is suffering from an autosomal recessive condition when there is no pyruvate kinase enzyme? There is no pyruvate kinase, it means there is no pyruvate. No pyruvate mean there is no TCA. No TCA mean it cannot make ATP. So no ATP. So ATP is very much important for the RBCs. So the RBCs become rigid. They cannot maintain the electrolyte balance. They cannot maintain their functional integrity of their cell structure. So they become rigid to become echinocyte, which goes into the spleen and overload it to make the splenic red pulp hyperplasia. Splenic enlargement, which can lead to splenomegaly, and also there is nausea, vomiting, and feeding problems. And also the RBC now rigid, it can also burst to release it all 2,3 bis phosphoglycerate, and there is decrease hemoglobin oxidation oxygen affinity. So the RBC cannot do its proper function. So the newbie is suffering from hemolytic anemia. So this happens when we don't have pyruvate kinase enzyme. This is all about glycolysis. What happened to that glycolysis glucose, from which stages in the fed state, how pyruvate kinase regulate glycolysis, and what are the deficiency of pyruvate kinase enzyme.